Dabo, we know what this is about. This is about winning championships. And if you ain't using that transfer portal again, you got to be winning. You got a friend in me. I'm going to try to help you. Hey, y'all. What's up? This is the new Swagu Podcast. I am excited. I can't almost contain myself because this has been a work in progress. We've been working to get it right so we can drop EP1 of the new Swagu Podcast. Found on all platforms. Like, subscribe, do all of those things that will connect you to me, Swagu. I'm excited to be here, y'all. I've been working on this podcast. I had this vision, and I know what you're saying. Like, for all of you that followed me and Perk, where is the other big dude? Perk, my brother, I love him. Schedules didn't align. We couldn't do it on time. So I was like, Perk, I'm going to go do a podcast with Swagu alone. I'm going to step out here in this knee-deep water and talk to our people on our behalf. So me and my dog, we good, I had to drop, though, y'all. Y'all have been asking for it. I was like, the family is asking. They trying to figure out where we at. Swagu Podcast. It's here, and we about to get right into it. That's the introduction. I love y'all. Get mad, get happy, get sad, but more importantly, like, subscribe, and follow. We'll be on all platforms. It's the podcast of podcasts, and we talking that talk. Let me get right to it. Now, for all y'all that don't know, I played at LSU. I have an affinity for LSU. I love LSU. Every time I say something about LSU on any social media platform, I say forever LSU, because that's what it is. But we had our season opener in Las Vegas. And I'm telling y'all, I was talking cash money before the game. I thought we were going to beat USC. I thought we were actually going to handle USC. Now, I understand that this is football. I understand that it's week one and anything can happen. I get it. But I just told y'all how much I love Louisiana State University, LSU. But we lost, y'all, unfortunately. And we not only lost, we bit ourselves so many times. And I got emotional. Because, I have to flip the switch when it's my teams, which is LSU in college, which is the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. I have to switch modes because I got a job to do. I'm an analyst, but I'm also a fan. And I think I'm about to go fan mode right now. I think I am. I've been grappling with this on the first episode of Swagu Podcast. I've really been fighting with the fact that, should I just be professional and buttoned up? Y'all don't know me like that. Y'all know me to be crazy. Y'all know me to say what I'm going to say. And what I'm going to say, a lot of my LSU brethren and sisterin and fans and friends and former players and the staff right now and the players ain't going to like what I'm going to say. But I got to say, we ain't supposed to lose to USC. I don't care. I do not care if it's 2024. I don't care if they played it in Vegas or they played it in Itta Bena, Mississippi. We ain't supposed to lose the game. Now, we've lost some openers now here. It's a string of openers going where we losing. And y'all know with this new college football playoff, you only got a couple, maybe one, to have your ass at home when the college football playoff is going on. So we 0-1. We better get right. Now, let me get to the game. One, first of all, this is the pet peeve that I have of all football right now. I'm going to just get it off my chest. Why the hell are we lining up and shotgun the game 1 yard? I don't care if it's LSU, if it's a high school, or if it's a pro football team. Somebody got to explain to me why we can't get under center with the quarterback, put a big-ass fullback or another offensive lineman in the game and go get 1 yard instead of lining up 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage to get 1 yard. That's 6 yards you got to go. It's simple math. And I lost my mind about it during the game. I don't understand it. Those are the things that are in my mind. I'm like, what the hell are we doing, man? We went for it on fourth down. I've crossed that bridge of I know the decision may come back to haunt you later, but we felt good about going for it on fourth down and didn't get it. Now we got to get it. The reality is we got to get it. I don't give a damn if you're going for it, if you're going for it 100% of the time. If you got fourth and short, you better get it at least 99. And that 1% better be a mistake you made. That 0.1. Damn, man. Damn. 27-20. We lost to USC. There's history there because evidently we split a national championship in 2003 when I was on the LSU football team. I don't know how the hell that happens. We played in the game that they deemed the national championship before the season started. Last time I remember, beat Oklahoma in New Orleans. I had a pick six, by the way. Pick six for the TD. It ended up being 21-14. We won the game. Y'all go look. It's an old ass video, but it looks smooth, and the big fella was getting it. But anyway, it was some beef and some drama that started between us and USC then. And we get the game 21 years later. God damn, I'm old. Shoot, 21 years. Anyway, 21 years ago, we'll talk about that another time. 21 years ago, they were like, LSU and USC got to split the national championship. The hell we do? We was up there with Nick Saban on that podium holding the crystal ball. That's the national champion. Anyway, let me get past that. I'm still, in my feelings. I shouldn't be because we the national champions. But anyway, 2024 comes back around and we lose to USC. And do you know, people tried to bring it up in 2003. Now, granted, that was a great team. That was Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush. That was a great football team at USC. And we wanted to play them because you don't duck no smoke where I'm from. We wanted all of it. But they got like some kind of feeling about winning this game, and it's like hovering over me, and I don't like it. And it's raining outside. It's gloomy. And I got to talk about LSU losing to USC. Listen, man, Brian Kelly, let me tell you something. These people in Louisiana crazy now. We crazy. You can win 9, 10 games, and for any other program, that's a lot of success. And, hey, the coach is doing a great job. Not here. Not here. It's the ones you lose, and it's how you lose them. BK, let me talk to you, man. Come on in. Let Swagu talk to you, man. Because it was some things I didn't like about what you said. It was some things I didn't like about what you did. Banging on the podium, saying we got a close game, talking about what the players did and did not do. Hey, man, let me give a little piece of advice. When the game is over and you've lost the game, say that's on me and the coaches. We're going to get back in the film room and we're going to correct the things that we need to get corrected. The guys are playing hard. We got to put them in a better position. We know as players, we know as fans. We can look at it and see who messed up. We can look at it and see who didn't do the right thing. No, you did not cause all of those pass interference penalties. You didn't create those penalties. But just go ahead and take it, man. Go ahead and take it for the boys, for the young fellas. Go ahead and say, look, man, me and my coaches got to get this team ready. Now, in the beginning, you went in on the players, and then you tried to clarify it at the end. Let's just get straight to the end when you say, hey, I got to have these guys prepared better. And then in turn, BK, let me tell you, like reverse psychology, right? I think this for all the coaches. I think when you go up there and you say, you know what, I got to do a better job coaching. Me and my staff got to get these guys in position. We got to have them ready to play. You know what the players say? Just from the inside of a former player. Man, coach out there taking them for us, man. He taking those hits for us. We got to tighten up. We got to make them right. That's what happens when you don't mention the players messing up. Little piece of advice. That pissed me off, man. You did some of that stuff at Notre Dame, too. Don't think I forgot. We don't need no mention of what the players did and how they messed up. They already getting it. They already getting it from social media. They're getting it from their friends. A lot of them get it from their family. They need you to go out there and take them bullets for them. And then when you get in the meeting room, you know how this go, BK. When you get in the meeting room and you start breaking down film, man, go in on them. Go crazy. Tell them you're responsible. You can't be making mental errors. Look, the penalty's got to get cut down, fellas. We ain't doing this. You can curse, you can hoop, you can holler, but do it when the media not there. I don't like this feeling that the players get talked about from their own coach when you have a loss about what they doing and what they not doing. They playing their ass off. They playing hard. They making mistakes like every game gonna do. I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just saying when that situation occurs, go ahead and take the bullets for them in the public and then give them what you got to give them in the private and y'all get ready to play the next game. Just a little advice from me. Now, they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. No, it don't. We carry that 0-1 record every damn where we go until we play again, and that one loss going to be on the schedule. So it ain't going to stay in Vegas. We better win the rest of them. That's how I feel about the LSU USC game. I'm so glad I got this Swagu podcast now so I can get things like this off my chest. Y'all, I promise I'm going to try not to do it every week, but it's probably going to happen every week. Now, off one coach to another coach. Listen, y'all, I don't know what this coach thinking. Dabo, what the hell is going on, man? I know you trying to stand on your shield and you want to just recruit high school players and you don't want to work the transfer portal and you want to develop these guys until they become really good football players and you got seniors and juniors and do it the old school way. Dabo, that don't work no more. That don't work no more, man. And I get it, man. You trying to fight for the old guard. I get it. You trying to stand on some principles that was built through college football that you experienced. It don't work like that no more. And it's kind of tragic to see, Dabo, to be honest with you, man, because it's almost like if you don't get with the times and start using the transfer portal and adjust to the new way that you do things in college, you going to look bad as a coach, and you a good coach. You actually know how to coach this game at a very high level. You know how to connect with players. You've won national championships. You've been in national championships. You've been in college football playoffs. You changed Clemson program into a type of relevancy that they hadn't had. But you didn't do it through the transfer portal. You did it through recruiting, and now you're trying to just recruit, and just recruiting ain't going to get it no more. Do I think it's some things that need to be tightened up, Dabo? Absolutely. I think there are things that need to be tightened up. I think there are things that need to be put in place to help protect the players and get out of their own way at some point, but not to the detriment of them not being able to make money and not to the detriment of them not being able to put themselves in a better situation. Maybe we don't let them do it every other week transfer. But we have to become open now to them being actual determiners of their own fate. I don't even know if determiners are a word, but it sounds good to me, so I'm gonna keep it. Listen, man, I watched your Clemson team lose 34-3 to Georgia, and Georgia is good, and we know that. They expected to be the champions this year. 34-3, Dabo, that ain't you. You too good of a coach to lose 34-3 to Georgia, man. The real thing is you didn't have the players, bro. And you didn't have the players because you refuse to do what they're doing now in college football, and that's using the transfer portal, bringing in proven players to help improve your program. Having older guys with that season to have more skin in the game as far as understanding what the college thing is. I get it. I get it. It's hard to change, man. I get it. I get it. I understand. Dabo, I understand it. My voice is high because that's what I understand it, man. But you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to figure it out. You're going to either have to go to a smaller tier program or you're going to have to use that transfer portal, Dabo. Now, it's unfortunate for you, I believe, in your mind and how you feel that you may have to capitulate and do that. And maybe you just like, man, I ain't doing this no more. If I got to do it, I ain't doing this no more. But you can cancel winning. Anything of significance, I'm looking off because I don't want to even look at you, Dabo, when I say this. You can cancel winning a championship or them fans feeling like they going to win a championship. You can cancel that if you ain't going to use the transfer portal. It just is what it is, man. You can be bad with the transfer portal, Dabo. I get it. You can be a terrible team that has absolutely used the transfer portal, but you don't want to be a terrible one not using it. Cause not using it to fans in 2024 kind of look like you ain't trying. That's just me. That's just me. You know, because we know at the end of the day, even when you was recruiting in your old system, we know what this is about. This is about winning football games. And because of the standard you set at Clemson, this is about winning championships. And if you ain't using that transfer portal again, you better be winning. Dabo, you got a friend in me. I'm going to try to help you. Now, coming off my college, I got to go to the pros because the pros is what I do. It's a game Friday in Brazil between Philly and Green Bay. They in Brazil. But, y'all, I got to talk about all the things that's been happening around this game. First of all, they told these dudes don't leave the hotel because of the crime in Brazil. I don't understand for the life of me why you want to play an international game and the players can't go enjoy being international. Man, I done heard players talk about I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to just stay in the hotel. I told my families not to come. Hell, I wouldn't have them come either. You done told me about all this stuff that's going on. We can't go nowhere. Man, when I think about Brazil growing up, man, I think of Carnival, and I think that's where that happened at. It looked fun. It looked like, it reminded me of Mardi Gras. I'm from Louisiana, y'all. Mardi Gras was a big thing. It looked like Mardi Gras over there. That's what it reminded me of. And I know that ain't going on in Brazil while they there and they about to play Friday night between Philly and Green Bay, but I at least want like to see the culture. They can't go nowhere. They just got to go there. They got to fly there. I think 12 hours, 12-hour flight. Play and then fly back and can't do nothing. What? Come on, NFL. Come on now. We got to make better decisions. We got to have a better situation. We got to be able to have fun when we take these dudes on international trips. They there for a long time. All right. Enough about me rambling about that. Let me get to the game. Listen, it's just one main point I want to focus on. Jalen Hurts, quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jordan Love, newly paid quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love right now is the love and the darling of the NFL. He had a phenomenal end of the year last year. They going into this game. Jalen Hurts 2 years ago led the Philadelphia Eagles to the Super Bowl. He was the darling of the NFL. My, how times change. Now they talking about last year because Philly fell off a cliff. They talking about, well, Jalen Hurts the guy, and is he okay? Is he broken? Had a lot of beef between him and their head coach, Nick Sirianni. What's going on? How will they look this year? Friday night is going to be a beautiful, beautiful example of this league and how fast you could be here and then here and how fast somebody can go from here to here. Because y'all remember the drama that Jordan Love dealt with while Aaron Rodgers was figuring out what he was going to do with his career while still being in Green Bay. That's the storyline for me in this game. Will Jalen Hurts assert himself and say, nah, the young fella ain't really, I'm still that. I've been in the MVP conversation before too. Or will the young fella be like, yo, it's my time in the NFC. Jalen, you was like a cup of coffee. It was quick, and you went to a Super Bowl, so kudos to you, man. But it's my time. I'm Jordan Love. Everybody talking about me. Or will everybody be talking about Jalen again? I think this game goes a long way into that conversation. The other thing is this too, man. Philly fell off a cliff last year. They had a lot of drama going on. Philadelphia Eagles, they had a lot of drama going on. Coaches, they made coaching changes, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator is now Kellen Moore. Defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio. Nick Sirianni is he was perceived as the issue last year. His communication with Jalen Hurts has been articles written about it and talked about. They couldn't get on the same page, and that created some turmoil. And they working on their relationship. I hope the relationship good, because don't take your ass to Brazil and get whooped because you ain't on the same page. We saw you not on the same page all season last year when it came down to the end. Then went to Tampa Bay and got your ass whipped. Y'all better be over that because Green Bay knew. They fresh. They newly minted like them $100 bills that come from the Federal Reserve when they brand new and crispy. You don't have to put no iron to them. Y'all, real talk. When I was young, I used to get them dollar bills. If they was wrinkled up, I iron them so it look smooth. That's what Green Bay looked like. They newly minted. They quarterback got $200+ million. He making that bread now. They moved on from the Aaron Rodgers saga. They about to play a season. After a season where they went to the playoffs and went to Dallas and shocked the world. Oh, I almost threw up in my mouth. Yeah, they did do that to Dallas. Anyway, Green Bay is the new hot stuff in the NFC because Jordan Love balled out. They got a recreated defense with Jeff Hafley, the defensive coordinator now. They're going to be more pressure related. My dog, Rashawn Gary, that's my boy. He's the defensive end. He's going to be a superstar this year. He's already starring. He a budding superstar. This game is very interesting, but more importantly, it's interesting from the perspective of the quarterbacks. One walked into, think about it as high school. 2 years ago, one of them was the king of the court for the homecoming. They got a new king of the court, but they still in school together. Who's going to be the king? Friday night in Brazil, Philadelphia Eagles versus Green Bay Packers. Is it going to be Jalen taking his stuff back, or is it going to be Jordan Love saying, this mine now? I don't know about y'all. I don't like losing my stuff. But I also like when I get in there, be like, this mine now. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. This thing been going on for a long time now, all the way dating back to college. I love the competition, to be honest with you. First of all, let me give y'all a background real quick. My sister played college basketball. My sister was my hero. She's the reason I played basketball. We'll get into my basketball resume later on because I know a lot of y'all don't know. Y'all like, who this big-ass dude talking about? He used to be able to hoop. I used to be able to hoop. I was recruited everywhere. We'll get into that. My sister was a superstar in high school, Deidre Spears. She played college basketball at LSU. Blew her knees out, wasn't able to finish her career. I think she could have played in the WNBA. Here's the thing, though. When I got to college, I met a basketball player named Aisha Smith, who's now Aisha Spears, who now we have kids together, who played basketball at LSU, was drafted number 7 overall to the WNBA. So I've been in women's basketball way before I touched TV. I always paid attention to it. My favorite player ever was Tisha Pinachero. I know I ain't saying her name right, but y'all know who the hell I'm talking about. The game has always been fascinating to me. I've always been a big fan of the game. And when the Houston Comets was balling, I was right there paying attention. LA Sparks was balling. It's right there paying attention. Speaking of the LA Sparks, my lady, Lisa Leslie, who I met a couple times, beautiful lady. She had a really good tweet. What the hell you call X? About Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Here's the tweet. I'm going to read it for y'all. I don't care what comparisons you make. Both Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark deserve the Rookie of the Year award. The pressure and weight of this season has forever changed the WNBA, and both rookies rose to the top and exceeded all our expectations. Take a bow, ladies. That's real. All right? It's a lot of emotion going on, a lot of feelings, a lot of people in their feelings, a lot of comparisons being made. The real spiel is Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, I believe, should share. I agree with Lisa Leslie, the Rookie of the Year. I agree with that. One, because most importantly, they've impacted that game. Angel Reese historically double-doubles. Caitlin Clark finna take a team to the playoffs by her sheer phenomenal greatness in offensive skill and ability to pass the game. Angel Reese has reinvigorated Chicago. They got a winner. She's going to be phenomenal for a long time. Okay? Both of these young ladies have elevated the game in a way in which a lot of people didn't see coming. Because in college, you got built-in fandom in college. You being covered. You being, Caitlin breaking records. Angel Reese winning national championships. The double-double queen. Both of these ladies have put women's basketball on the map with their personas on the court and off the court. They've created beef on the court that's healthy and still cool with each other off the court. They've created storylines. They've created fashion. They walk into them damn stadiums, they look like they about to take the place over, and I love it. They've done a lot for the game. It takes lightning rods like those two to change the game and change the conversation and the narrative around the game. I've been waiting to talk about this for a long time. I'm going to get it off my chest. I think they both have risen the level of women's basketball like no other because of everything in and around what they've been able to do for the WNBA and women's basketball in general. See, you can always tell how a game is starting to change and how an era is starting to change when you see the young ones start to get involved. These stadiums are full, and these young girls and the NBA players are bringing their daughters, and people are coming to the game in droves. They starting to enjoy it, respect it. It's starting to be talked about as basketball. Ain't it a beautiful thing? It's starting to be talked about in the way that we should talk about phenomenal athletes playing the game of basketball. It's important to make sure that we mention they are women. But I bet if you talk to them, they hoopers. I bet if I talk to Sabrina Ionescu, she'd say, I'm a hooper. I bet if I talk to Stewart, she a hooper. I bet if I talk to the best player in the WNBA, Asia Wilson, I'm a hooper. Phenomenal women. I'm a phenomenal woman. Shout out to Maya Angelou. But we hoopers. And I think Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark in their rookie seasons, I'm going to go as far as to say have done more for the league, I think, than at any time that it's existed. Now, we could get in our feelings and be like, well, they both should get the rookie of the year because they've grown the game. So, no, they should both get the rookie of the year because they are doing things rookies have never done. And they're doing it at a very high level. Caitlin has been phenomenal with her scoring, her ability to assist. The game has translated from when she left college to the WNBA. And everybody said, well, it's going to be a lot harder for her to do it. Yeah, it should be. Those women are phenomenal up there. They pros. Defense get better. It's more physical. It should be more difficult. But the real ones and the good ones, the great ones, potential great ones adjust. Angel Reese at LSU. Cheered her on, applauded her, never went crazy about it in the public because I just wanted her to enjoy all of the fruits of her labor. Now she goes to the Chicago Sky. Double-double queen, historical. They both should be Rookie of the Year. I think it's an easy topic. I don't think it should be any controversy behind that. I think both of them deserve it. It's cool to split it. I think it still means as much to either one of them. And I think they both can look across the aisle and identify with each other. Yeah, you probably should be Rookie of the Year too, if they being honest with themselves. So Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, take a freaking bow. I don't know what the WNBA going to do. I don't know if they're going to give it to one Caitlin Clark. I don't know if they're going to give it to Angel Reese. I know what they should do. I know they should set a precedent based on basketball and impact. I would split that thing. Now, I know earlier I told y'all I hated splitting the national championship, which I don't think it was. But this case is different. There's two individuals that I believe is revolutionizing the game of women's basketball in the WNBA. Basketball. And they both deserve to be the Rookie of the Year. Lisa Leslie, I appreciate that tweet. That's the most common sense tweet that I done seen about this whole conversation in a minute. And how about we not pit them against each other? How about we recognize both of their greatness and understand what they're doing for the game? We could pit them against each other when it's basketball, when they competing, when they in between those lines and they playing against each other. I'm sure they would love it and have it only one way as well. But when we start having public discourse and we start having conversations about these young ladies, these young women, and what they're doing for the game of basketball and the WNBA, can we stop pitting them against each other? They both are powerful forces that's changing the way we look at women's basketball and the WNBA, and let's celebrate them and applaud them. I think they both should be co-Rookie of the Year. Lisa Leslie, you the dopest. I appreciate you. Y'all, before I get into this final thought that I have, It's been fun, man. I'm kind of actually emotional because this was. Let me have a little truth moment. This was like my first time being by myself and hosting and talking about topics and seeing what kind of energy, but also what kind of conversation I'm gonna bring to it. And I know it's judged, and I know y'all gonna listen to it and y'all tell me what y'all think. I want honest opinion. Y'all know that we don't do that old fluff stuff. Honest opinions. But I enjoyed it, man. It's been fun. But I got one last thing I need to talk about. Hashtag Swagu said so. Y'all can shoot that on X. Let me know. You got questions, you got comments. Swagu said so. This last topic is near and dear to me because I'm in this fight to revolutionize the way that my colleagues and people in media have discourse with fans and people across the diaspora. When we get to this part of the season, football brings the best and the worst out in people. I see it. I feel fortunate that I don't care about what people say. For me, social media is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be engaging. And the moment I start letting it get to the point where I feel like I want to fight somebody, then I know that I got an issue. I just don't feel that way when people say crazy stuff to me. Crazy, man. I just don't feel that way because I don't know you. So it don't, where I'm from, man, you talk crazy in front of somebody, y'all fight. I know everything ain't gonna be peaches and cream and fuzzy and good feelings. I know that. I'm a realist. I know people gonna get emotional. The game gets emotional. The sport get emotional. Somebody say something on TV that you don't like. Somebody you don't like on TV. Somebody you don't agree with. Man, we got a discourse in this country right now that's crazy as hell, dude. I don't agree with you. That don't mean I hate you. That don't mean we need to fight. But we just got to get past the point of in the sports world of being able to challenge each other, being able to have hard conversations and arguments and debates and going back and forth. I'm all with that. Just want to, put a public service announcement with my colleagues, man. When that get personal, man, let them people have it. I always say to myself, man, people going through things, man. Sometimes you can tell through tweets and comments, and when they react to something you say or see something you said, when you feel the hate that they spewing and they so mad and so angry, it ain't about you. It's not about you. It's something that they dealing with. And to the fans out there, to the people that send these crazy ass messages. These crazy ass X's and get on Instagram where people post videos or say something. It's cool to disagree, but calm down. Calm the hell down sometimes, man. You ain't got to hate the man or the woman and their family because you disagree with a take that they gave. Golly. I'm not gonna let it get out of hand. Not on this podcast. We're gonna talk about it. We're going to have conversations about it. Swagu Podcast is an open forum for everybody to have discourse and communicate. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm a goon. I'm a goon. People know me. I'm a goon. And it's fun. I like clapping back because it's fun. I don't always have the time to do it, but I will clap back. Everybody knows it. But to me, it's like when you was in high school or middle school and you just ragging on each other. That's how I look at it. I ain't taking that personal y'all talking about. When you start going crazy, I don't know you. You don't know me. You just know what you see on TV. Or you just know what you see some of my colleagues on TV do or say. That's Swagu said so. Hey, y'all, I got mad love for y'all. This is EP1 of Swagu Podcast. We're going to keep putting these things together. Man, I got mad love for my producers, Andrea and Haley. I appreciate them. We've been preparing and getting ready. We've been putting our feet on the ground. We've been talking to each other. We actually had some discourse about how we want to move forward. It's a real team over here, and we're going to try to keep giving y'all the best content that we could give y'all. Swagu going to be himself now. Yeah, I'm talking in third person because I'm lit about this podcast. Like, subscribe, rate. We on all platforms. YouTube. We're going to be videoed up too. Y'all go see my animated face. But I appreciate y'all tapping in the Swagu Podcast, the first EP. Much love, family. I look forward to the next one. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace.